All right, here we are. So Epic Hike, that's your account.
Yeah.
What I was saying earlier is that to use it, you should use an extension, a browser extension called Keychain. Now, my suggestion is that you go to PeakD and you'll find the extension really fast when you log out.
Okay.
Well, you're not logged in yet because you don't have it. So you click on log in and it will have like Keychain right here. And if you don't have it, it will say install Keychain.
Okay.
Boom, there you go. So then people won't be able to see this in the recording, but it's over in the top right hand corner over near here in your browser extension, and there'll be a little button, and then you have to set it up. Okay?
Okay.
So we will. They can't see this though because it's a different window for safety issues. So let's say we're logged out. Let's go ahead and log out of this. I guess when you add an account, so you're going to have to set up a password.
Okay.
For this extension. It can be whatever. The password goes nowhere, so no one gets your password. It's on your computer.
Okay.
It's only on your computer. Your password for this extension is only on your computer.
Okay.
On that computer. It doesn't follow you computer to computer. And they're storing your keys. Remember those keys? I won't show people here on the video your keys.
Okay.
Because that'd be bad. Because the moment they have your keys, they have all your money.
Okay.
And they'll just transfer it to their account.
Okay.
So we don't want to show them your keys. That's why I said on your email, if I sent you the keys by email, very bad practice to do, but I did it anyways. Not a ton of money in there. And anyone now that has access, people now know that if they have access to your Gmail, they have access to all your money.
Good thing I have multiple passwords.
Okay, there you go. All right, so then they're not seeing it either here, but you're going to hit this button called Use Keys. So you're going to set up Keychain, but you got a password for it to unlock it. Because you don't want it to be unlocked all the time. Because someone could walk up to your computer and it's unlocked, and they're like, oh, let's transfer all of his money away.
Transfer? Yeah, okay.
So you lock it whenever you're not at your computer or someone else could have access to it. And then you add your keys to it, and you'll put in your Epic Ike, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll put in a private key. They don't say what private key here, but you could put in the posting, the active, but I would suggest for one time only, use this master password because it knows all of your keys.
Okay.
So you put in the master password, it's just going to save all of the keys in here. All right, so then it's all set up inside of Keychain. And so then there's a bunch of accounts that you could have. And Epic Ike has some stuff in there. All right, so then when you go to a site, all you have to do, because you're at your computer and Keychain has it all those things saved.
Memorized it.
So all you have to do is type in your username. And Keychain comes up and says a message like, are you sure this is you? Do you really want to do it? You said yes. And then you can also hit, don't show me this message again. Like, I trust PeakD. You trust it because your cousin made PeakD. So you trust it, right? And it's also the second most used application on all of Hive. So now you're logged in. You can do all sorts of things. You can look at your wallet. Anyone can look at your wallet. You've got 5 Hive in there. I also sent you 5 Hive. We set this up in August. It is now November, almost 3 months later.
Yeah.
And I sent 25 Hive, but then I used 20 of it to get you a Steam Monsters account. It looks like. I can't even remember this, but there's 5 left over. To be able to do more transactions on Hive, you need Hive Power. So you could turn this Hive into Hive Power. All you have to do is power up.
Okay.
But if you're not going to do a ton of transactions, you don't have to worry about powering it up. But if you want to become like a Splinterlands rental master and you've got a ton of rental cards and blah, 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 then you should probably power a little bit of that. Anyways, not super duper important, but we do the same thing over here. So we'll log out. So Keychain is really cool because it makes it so that you can operate super duper safely on these things. And all you have to do is username, and you logged in. Apparently, I already did the message where it's like, do you trust these people? I already trusted them for you on my computer. So when you do it on your computer, it's going to ask you to trust again. All right. So now the quick, easy version of the economy of Splinterlands. There is a transactional currency, which they call dark energy crystals.
Yeah.
That's for transactions, like buying something.
Buying the cards and stuff?
Selling, like buying and selling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also renting cards.
Okay.
And then when you win a game, you earn some of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out with a second currency. It's a governance currency that the hope is one day that everyone votes at the direction of the game should go. And no one is really in charge of the games. That's the future. May not.
There's not like a leader of all of it.
There is right now, but they're making it
so everyone
decentralized, so that they could die and the game would still continue with everyone else making decisions.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they should die, nor do I want them to.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in that case. So in this case, you have none. I gave you this currency, but they're doing something for a 365-day period.
Okay.
It says right here, they're doing an airdrop. It says, hey, this is going to happen over the course of 365 days. There's already been 110 days. That means there's 255 more days.
Yeah.
So every day they're giving you a little bit of this currency for every asset that you own. Well, let's look over here. What assets do you own? Well, you own 19,984 of our dark energy crystals. Well, how many points do they give you for that? It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so 19,984. And you've had that apparently since August 25th. And over the course of that time, they've given you, I don't know, like 2 or something like that a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got 227 of these.
What's that?
That's these ones right here.
Okay.
So it says total SPS ready to be claimed. This is, if you hover, I think, or whatever, SPS.
Okay.
So it's called Splinter Shards. I don't know. It's game wording. SPS, Splinter Shards. Dark Energy Crystals. Okay?
Okay.
So this third one isn't super duper important. This is just Splinterlands, the company, saying, we recognize that you may not have any of these, but you still want to buy stuff. If you pay money with a PayPal or any other cryptocurrency, then whenever you need to buy something, we'll pay the cost for you. So, because every purchase has to be done in this.
Okay.
Not every purchase, but like cards and rentals.
Okay.
So they're saying if you...
like a majority of all of it.
Yeah, if you hit this little plus button, and you're like, hey, I'm going to add money with PayPal or use a crypto. And then it's like, here's a bunch, Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever, that sort of thing. So, yeah. So if you're ever like, well, I don't have any money. I mean, I guess you could just say, hey, I want to put money in and I'll, you can Venmo me and I'll put the equal amount of whatever. That's what I've been doing for a few people. Or you can go learn how to use crypto exchanges. Part of this is me hoping that people get motivated to learn about this stuff because it will be a part of...
Like I did Dogecoin. I did day trading with Dogecoin and made $5,000.
Yeah, what did you use? Like Robinhood or something else?
Robinhood. I bought it back in 2019 of October.
Oh, nice.
And I put $2,000 in.
Oh,
so I would buy when it was really high. I sold it all and went and bought stocks.
Oh,
and so the stocks are
way good now.
Yeah.
That was quite good. That
Yeah.
was quite good. I'm guessing
yeah
because I bought like $500 worth at that time, and I know what it went to was a lot.
I sold a Ferrari stock that was $2,000 when I bought it like when I was 14 for like $10.
Oh.
and I remembered my password and username to Robinhood.
Oh.
And I got on. And I was like, "Holy crap, I'm rich!"
And then you got Dogecoin.
Yep.
All right. Well, you got these other random ones, and so do a lot of people probably listening to this if they're my friends. I did this for a few people, so it's kind of fun. But here's the thing: we should have been in here since October or August because this is what we got to do. We're going to hit claim because every day at 10 o'clock our time, they're going to give you a little bit more of this. But right now, we're going to hit claim. And now you're actually going to have the tokens in a moment.
How did you find Splinterland?
It was just on the blockchain that we were developing that blogging application. So they had, obviously they blogged about it. And I was like, oh, I should check it out.
That's crazy.
It's before they were even sellable, before there was even a market, before people even knew what the prices should be. When people were selling thousands of like the common cards for like 3 cents a piece. I bought like 6,000 common cards for 3 cents a piece. And now they're like $6 a piece.
Yeah, because when you sent those videos, I watched them and then I was like, oh, I'll look, see if there's like the big guy, like a PewDiePie in this thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's brand new.
Yeah, there's been a few since then that have started to create YouTubers. Have started to create a YouTube channel and a decent size audience, and there's a lot of people from other countries as well. So it's kind of divided because a lot of them will listen to in their own language and on platforms that they're used to, Twitch or whatever.
So every day they give you 200 of the SPS?
No, that was racked up after.
That was racked up.
How much do they give me? They give me a lot more than 200 SPS a day. But to you, they're giving like 2 to 3. Okay. But you can see how much it's worth. It's like worth 47 cents, right? Uh-huh. So technically speaking, you're getting $1 a day. You're getting $30 a month.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
So if you buy more assets, that goes up too?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay.
So, yeah, exactly. The cards that you own, based on their collection power of the card, or that's the dark energy crystals or packs, and they're selling packs. They have a pre-sale right now, but soon there'll be a general sale.
I heard there's like a cap on the packs too. Like,
yeah,
like they'll release 10 or something, and then if they're gone, they're gone. You have to wait till the next drop or something.
So technically, this month they're releasing 1 million.
Oh.
And next month they'll release 2 million, and then there'll be a general sale with 12 million available. And they're like, oh no, it'll last a year. This is what they're thinking. And we're like, no, it's going to last 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe one day.
Because when I just downloaded it on my phone just to play it on a random account.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. And then I waited for the next drop and it was gone. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's maybe a different game.
It has the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's the one. But I've never heard of that. There's no daily
drops
that you have to act or before it's gone. There's daily drops, but it stays there.
Okay.
So anyways, we claimed it. Now you have $227, $108 worth. So it's a choose your own adventure.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 options. Either one you're going to win. One may be a better win than the other, but one may take more time than the other. Okay. So let's indicate the options. One of them is to stake these 227, and then you will get a 51% APR of that 227.
Okay.
So that technically means if you wait a year, it's going to go up to 300 and something, 310 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But so every day, every second, you're going to get some, like every 3 seconds, you'll get a tiny, tiny fraction, a little bit more. Over the course of a day, it's going to equal, I don't know, whatever it is, like 0.5 or something.
Okay.
But then you'll get that. And you've heard of compounding interest?
A little bit, yeah.
So tomorrow, you can take whatever you earned
and put it back in.
And stake it again. And now it's not 227.748, it's 227.9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So now you're earning off of a greater amount, and that's the compound interest, which is a really powerful economic thing. So it could have all of this could have been compounding, and you probably would be up in the 300s by now.
Okay.
Not like crazy amounts, not life changing money, of course.
Not yet.
But I wasn't going to give you life changing amount of money. And good thing I didn't, because you just sat there. No, I was joking. Okay, so that's the choose your own adventure. But for the next, we are watching on the 13th of November. And for the next, so it says here, until the 16th, they're going to give you a voucher reward. So 227 is going to give you a tiny, tiny small amount.
Okay.
But it's still representative of something like 150, 180% APR. But that's for what, 3 more days?
Yep.
And then next month, they're going to do it again, but it's not going to be worth as much, because this month you get a chance to get this exclusive card. If you buy 1,000 packs, this title, and those are 2 big things, right? And then another airdrop card, whatever possibility. Anyways, you have to buy 50 packs to get this guy, 1,000 packs to get this, and probably like 10,000 packs to get this. So you're not really interested in this too much.
Yeah.
But you would, if you staked, you would get some vouchers, even a tiny fraction of them. And then you would just sell them. Because you're not going to get 50, you're not going to get 1,000, you're not going to get 10,000. So just kind of just sell it. Okay. That's adventure number 1. You're over here, and you say, I'm going to get, sorry, it's very slow internet because I don't know. All right, so that's adventure number 1. You stake it, you're going to get APR plus vouchers for a month and 3 days. Okay. But next month, it's not going to be 180% worth of APR, that sort of thing, right? It's going to go down. The other adventure, we could double your airdrop points. Okay. Or close to doubling it. I think it should be double. What is this worth? That's worth $200, I think. Okay, so you can go up by 50% on your airdrop points. It's a little more technical. But then every day when you come in, instead of getting like 2 to 3 a day, you're going to get like 3 to 4 a day of these. Mm. So that's the adventure. So if you're teaching, your mom and your siblings, because that's your job to go back to them, right? Yeah. And you're helping them, maybe you're helping them set up or whatever, you can let them choose. Because if they choose this adventure, then all they have to do is come in here like maybe every 2 days, every 3 days, hit this claim button, and then restake it, compound it. Okay. And that's it. Literally just type in your username, or, make sure that the keychain is signed in, right? Just like they use their password, sign into Keychain, come into Splinterland, claim, stake, done. Literally, if they go fast, kill that fly. Or let him let him escape. He's not a killer. All right. Okay. So if that's what they want to do, and I suggest that for some people, because they're just like, man, whatever, I'll do the easy thing. Well, the other adventure is to use one of 2 sites. So there's multiple ways of doing things here on Hive. We'll use the most well-known of them, tribal decks. Oops, just happened. I didn't type it in correctly. Yeah, I know this, people. Tribal decks. All right. You know how you log in with this? We'll log out. Bet you can't guess.
Just put your username.
Because Keychain's in there, so just type in your username. Epic Hike. So the way to double it is that over here, that they're counting DEC liquidity pools. And they'll give you 2x on these. So if you add to this pool, that allows people to switch back and forth. In this case, between DEC and SPS, just boom, boom, switch like that.
Dang.
And click. So if you have SPS, you can get DEC really easy. Here, I'll show you. So if you wanted, you go to pools, and you do a swap. So you say, look, I've got DEC, and I want SPS. So you've got like 20,000, right? And you're like, I've got 10, like just half of your DEC. And they're like, all right, if you give us 10,000 DEC, the pool will give you 239
Okay.
SPS.
And then you swap, and it's swapping the game too?
Huh?
So if you press swap, it'll go, and you go back to the game, will it be there loaded already?
No. Yeah, no. So your money is inside of the game.
Okay.
We need to move it to outside of the game to do this.
Into the real world.
Into this world. It's called Hive Engine. It says buy Tribal Decks by Hive Engine.
Okay.
So technically you're moving it to a place called Hive Engine.
Okay.
So what's your adventure? I mean, we could do a little bit so that you can see what this adventure would be like. So let's move. Okay. And you can move it right back.
Okay.
That's the deal. Like with this, you can move it right back. With the other one, the staking, 4 weeks to get it back. Okay. This one you can move right back. So let's just do more. Might as well do it all.
Okay.
And then you can undo it. So let's do 10,000. Okay, we're going to move this to, I said Hive Engine, right? Mm-hmm. There we go. We're going to transfer it out. I will take a moment to mention that every transaction you do on the Hive blockchain kind of requires a little bit of Hive power. You can do a bit with your 0 Hive power, but eventually it's going to run out, and you should probably stake a little bit more of your Hive power. But then again, if you're only just going to come in once a day and claim, and that's it, you don't need any more. All right, so you've transferred out of the game 10,000, so now you have 9,998 here. We're going to transfer all of this to the same place so that we can put it in a pool together and increase. So let's transfer all of it. 227, and that way tomorrow too you're going to like, oh, I know exactly how much I made each day. So we're going to transfer this to Hive Engine. It's another blockchain transaction. Blockchain is a immutable database, meaning it can't be, well, it's mutable, never mind. It is a decentralized database that no one really controls. It's a large group of people. So no one person can be dictator of it and choose what's going on. And you put information into it. Like Bitcoin or Dogecoin, the information is basically just who owns what token. That's it.
Yeah.
On Hive, you can put a lot more information, like here's the name of a card, and this card does this, and you transferred over here, and I don't know, lots of random things, but also has money aspects. All right, so now it's all gone out of your game, and it's over here in Hive Engine, and now they even updated. The balance you have here is 10,000. The balance you have here is 227. And so we can add to the pool, so technically add liquidity, right? So we're going to choose a pool to add to. So let's type in SPS, and there's the pool name. There's a lot of other ones that go with it. But remember, over here, they said that if you add to a DEC liquidity pool, we'll give you double airdrop points for however many DEC you've added. So we're going to add in 10,000 DEC, and you happen to have some SPS. You don't have a lot of the other options. All right, so let's hit the max button. And then it says you need 239 SPS. You don't have that. So let's just hit the max button here. So 227 and then 9,511. So we're going to do another blockchain transaction. adding it to the pool. And now tomorrow you should have, technically, you had 20,000 points today. You're going to probably have somewhere around 30,000. So 50% increase in number of points.
In a day. It's crazy.
And so whatever you have been making, you're going to make 50% more now.
But just doing this every day?
You're going to make 50% more each day. So if you got 2 yesterday, it's going to be 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
And it varies and stuff like that. The global total is 8.8 billion. If that total goes up, then your portion gets a little bit smaller, by a little bit. So anyway, but then you're going to get more SPS, and then you can come in and add it to this like every week or something like that, or whatever you want to do. Or you could decide someday to choose this adventure to stake. So 2 different options. But you still have some DEC left over. So we can talk about perhaps using it to like buy something or to play. So have you played a game?
I've played games, but I've lost.
Okay. So we could show that real fast. We're going to go into the cards. They all have an S next to it, okay? That means that they're starter cards. You do not own these.
Okay.
If you did, these are worth probably $400 or $500. All these. So you don't own these. They're not going to give you
$400, $500.
Yeah,
cards.
Yeah, because we only paid $10 for this.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you could play a game. Let's just play a game, actually. Oh, I must have played a game, or you played a game, and you won 5 reward chests. Should we open it?
Yeah. Full send.
You must have played that a little bit ago.
I don't even remember the password.
So we're signing there's keys. There's no password. You created. Well, that's a different account you created.
Oh yeah, that.
You need to get the keys and log in to use this account.
Yeah.
So I must have played a game.
I think you did.
I think I did when I did that video. Okay. Anyways, we're going to open. A potion helps you when you open packs in the future. So if you never open packs, these aren't helpful to you. Now you got 12 dark energy crystals. Right now, they're each worth about 1 cent.
Okay.
So that's 12 cents you just got right there. Yeah. So now your airdrop is going to go up by 21 cents. 21 points. 29 points. You didn't get any cards. Oh well. But let's show a battle, and you have to play with the new cards. A lot of people know how to play. You don't, know the combinations right now that are winning everything. But there are certain combinations that seem to win a lot at these beginning stages. All right, so you have 19 mana to spend, and there are no interesting rules, and all cards are available to you. Okay. All these colors, these teams. So let's create a team. First, you have to choose a summoner, and they have an ability. So I'd say the top 3 are these first 3, just to be honest. This guy's pretty decent. But really, the magic is kind of winning everything right now.
Okay.
So that's magic. He gives a +1 to magic, which is really helpful. So then you have over here 6 spots to put them in. And you have 19 to spend. Here is their cost up top. Okay, so let's put a big tanky guy, because most of the people will just attack the first tanky guy. And in this team, it's usually the Spineback Turtle, because he's got 2 armor and 6 life. And he can attack, but he's just kind of a tanky dude to put up front. This guy doesn't have much health, so he's not as good, even though he has a 2 attack and all that sort of stuff. All right, so we've used 7 of the 19 already, because this guy was 3, this guy was 4. And then our ability is to give +1 to magic attacks. So we better add in a couple of the cheaper magic ones. All right, now we're up to 12. We could add in another one. All right, now we have 16 out of 19. So the trick here is you need a 3-cost one, right? So let's just find a 3-cost guy. This guy will heal. You can also hover and you'll see things. So this guy's going to heal. He's not going to attack, but maybe you want to keep healing up the turtle. And that is one method. And then anyone that comes in and tries to sneak, this is the thing for sneak, meaning they won't attack the first guy, they'll attack the last guy. But you are protected in the back because he's got 2 health and armor. If they go for a snipe, so it's just going to about learning a bunch of these abilities. And you're going to go, oh, what do I do? What do I do for a little while? But you'll learn the abilities. You'll play a few games. Each game could be up to 2 to 3 minutes, or you could just know what you're doing, and it could be 10 seconds, and you're done. And then you can turn off the volume, or you could listen to it. I don't. I've listened to it 1,000 times, so I don't. So he is sneaking on. This is called snipe. So you are in trouble. We did not prepare. We prepared for a frontal attack and a rear attack. We did not prepare for a snipe attack. So we're in a world of hurt. We probably lose. Just saying. Oh well, such is life. So, and then it's based on speed. So whoever has the higher speed goes first. So these 3s will go before all of these 2s and 1s, okay?
Right.
So your first guy's dead already. And he missed this guy. Yeah, he missed him, but that guy hit him. All right, we got through the first one. Ranged attack guys cannot attack. Sorry, my internet's so slow. Okay, ranged attack guys cannot attack from the front position. All right, here we go. So he can't attack, because he's a ranged guy in the front position. That guy can attack. Yay, we won! Barely. Sorry, my internet's going so slow. That's super weird. Maybe I ran out of data. I think maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, so anyone watching, sorry, that was painful to watch. So you have to get to bronze 2 to get DEC rewards, right?
Okay.
So right now you're just kind of leveling up. And you leveled up quite fast. So you'll be at a novice by the time you get to 100. You could click on this and see to get to bronze 2, you need to get to 400 rating. And you have to have 1,000 collection power. You have 0. But this is where the other company that I run, Peak Monsters, comes in handy. And to log in, do you have any guesses on how you log in?
Put your username.
Yeah, so we'll log out of this account.
It's the keychain.
And we just type in Epic. And you had the same cards as everyone else has. And this is where you can also change it up a little bit by having maybe better cards. So you can go to rent. And then you just need like level 1 cards. So you can change the levels from legendary, epics, rares, and commons. But you just need level 1 cards. You're fine with that. So you can go in here and see what the best price is. So hit this column. And the lowest price that is actually allowed is 0.1. You have 10,000. It's 0.1 a day. So you could rent plenty of cards. But don't rent the starter cards because you already have them.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are starter cards. And I don't know if you would know that. But Sea Monsters isn't, I don't think, a starter card. Is he? I don't think so. So there you go. And then I don't think Maggots is a starter card. Oh, Cursed Slimeball? Yeah, he's probably a starter card. That's the problem. We should tell you right here of which ones you have as starters. We should put an S next to it. So that I will try to do right after you leave. I'll message the developer and say, I know the solution. Put S. So just kind of look back and forth of which ones are, you know what, they're not giving you any epics or legendaries as a starter card. So how about we filter it? Just look at epics and legendaries, which are much more expensive. But the cheapest epic or legendary is 0.3. Okay, so let's add him. And if someone already rented it before you did. Now the cheapest one is 2. So that's a big jump. Never mind. And the Jin Chwala, and someone rented it. But there's another one available at 4. So let's grab it. Oh, it's gone too. And another one at 4.5. It's gone too. And 4.8. You got it.
Now I have to get that card. So everyone can just print mine.
Yes. Yes, we need. Lava Launcher is a good one. And it's gone. And the next one is at 8. So that's not a good deal. And it is a little bit not our fault, I promise. It is a little annoying, but the API, the server that tells us what's available is kind of always out of date. So we do a thing to go, hey, let's just double check to see if it's available. And it's not. So let's try the Tortesian Chief. Oh, you could get one at 0.7. So it'll take a little bit of time. Oh, look at this one. That one's gone. That one's gone. Oh, we could grab this one at 0.8. It's gone too. Okay, so a lot of them are gone.
Yeah.
And the higher cost ones are obviously going to be there. But we're looking for cheap ones, right? And here's a different summoner. I doubt that one's there. It can't be there. It's a really good price. Yeah, they're both not there. It's just so out of date. It's so annoying. I understand everyone's pain. They're all gone. And then just update. If you update, maybe the new prices will be in. Click. It's gone. Oh, maybe this one's there now. See, it's a new set of stuff. Oh, we got one. Cool. Anyway, so you got 3 of these. And this one's already gone now because we waited too long.
Dang.
Okay. And for how long do you want to rent them? Well, let's just do 1 day. Literally, it's going to cost you less than 1 airdrop point, less than 1 DEC. Okay? So now you have those 2 new cards to play with. And you should just go through and try to find some more. And maybe just always expect those bottom ones to not be there. Just like you're going to just have to jump to like 1.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the most important ones to play with is called the Furious Chicken. Because he has a 0 mana cost. He doesn't attack anyone, but he costs 0 to mana. But he's usually expensive, way more than 2. That's a mistake. Oh, look at you got some 2.9s. They're all rented because I'm sure that tens of thousands of these are being rented. Just saying. And this is always out of date, and it's something that we're working on fixing. You can get higher level cards too, but you're in Novice League. You don't need higher level cards. Anyways, there's so many of these chickens. I'll allow you to go and do that. But what you should do is we just created a new. So this, you're like, oh, this is going to be frustrating, right? Not really, because you can hit this bid button. And this is what we created. So you're going to confirm this and trust all of our accounts to do transactions for you. And the fun thing is, it won't cost you any resource credits. So all that Hive power, we'll pay the Hive power to rent you the cards. So you go in here and you make a bid. Oh, and then you have to refresh the page after you do that. Sorry. All right. Let's type in Furious Chicken. Just type in chicken. And then let's make a bid. The highest bid is 2.5. All right, let's do 2.51 or 01. Please remember to, if you stop playing, to to pause the bid.
Okay.
Otherwise, once we find you one, you'll be paying that each day until you.
Okay.
So this is a good card to have because then people waste one of their attacks on your thing. Just some random chicken.
Just an extra body.
An extra body, yeah. Just a warm body. And you can do the same thing with all of the other level 1 cards, right? So if there was a level 1 card at 0.15, chances are it may come back again. So you could go in and, you could bid on everything at, that 0.15 is obviously gone because there was a bid for 1.2. So you just go in and see where you can bid and get a card. This guy's a summoner. You can see over here it's a summoner. This guy is that top level summoner, but you get him as a starter card, so you probably don't need to rent him. This guy would be good, so you could we can go see what he's bidding for. And you don't have to beat this guy, you can just be the second one. That sort of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could it's just kind of frustrating right now with all those numbers being wrong and stuff. But we got a couple more cards.
Sweet.
Or you can go in and buy cards. So you don't have to worry about the frustration of the cards not being there. So what we could do here is, these are the very cheapest ones in the game, right?
Yeah.
So let's grab, let's look here. The 180 is gone too. So we'll grab this 181. And then we'll grab, 18 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll grab that one. And we'll grab that one. Oh, it's gone. Let's see what he's at now. 189. Still pretty cheap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll grab the Deceiver, which is a really pretty decent card. You just buy the cheapest ones. Oh, you have to buy a 5 BCX version of it. Let's grab it. Oh, here's the 1.9. There we go. So you can buy all these cards. This guy's already gone. Okay, so there's 4 of them. That's 74 cents. In DEC terms, it's 64 DEC. You got 20,000. I think you can spare.
Yeah.
And now we have done a transaction for it. And in 3 or 4 seconds, they are yours. Now, with everything that you've done, we're going to go back to Peak D. We're going to refresh this page. We're going to see how much of your resource credits you have used. Because we've claimed, we moved to Hive Engine 2 different things, we rented 2 different cards, we bought a set of cards, all of that, and your resource credits are down to 67%. So you could do twice as much of what you just did. But I gave you this Hive, we're going to use it. So we're going to power it up, and now you'll have the ability to do more every day. So you don't actually spend it, you stake it, and you can get it back. It's a 13-week process. You'll get a portion every week. Now you'll have the ability to do a lot more than this. Well, if you refreshed, it'd probably be up at 80% or whatever like that. So you can do a lot of transactions. I just wanted to double check. And every time you play a game, it's a small cost, but you can do a ton of them now with what you're doing.
Okay.
But if you start renting dozens of cards, you're going to need to up that a little bit. So this is, and I know that your mom and dad probably don't care to play. Maybe your brother does.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else watching, and you can go in and rent. So if we go back to rent, because this is another thing, you can man, these guys are renting for a good amount, right? So let's look at the legendary cards because they're the most exciting ones, right? If we open up a buy screen, okay, of the legendary cards to see how much they cost. So we're just going to look at the legendary right here. It says legendary. Okay, the cheapest legendary card is $22, and then $23, and then $47. Let's take a look at those 3. They're very new cards. They haven't gone up because they're still in print.
Yeah.
When they go out of print, like some of these guys, then they jump up. As you can see, $140, $160, $300, $900.
Wow.
I sold all these Jotens back in the day. I was like, man, they went up to $30, $40. So I sold them. And now they're 900.
900.
And then
these...
the gold versions of the same go up to like 2,000 to 3,000
So
to
these
4,000.
people selling them?
Yeah, This is what they want for them.
Can we get that though?
Yeah, let's take a look. So you go to grid, and we'll see what the last purchase was. The last purchase for this one was 50.
Oh.
So someone wants 55, and someone's like, well, the last time I bought it was for 50. Someone is willing to spend 48. So if someone lists one for 48, boom, it's bought. We will buy it for them right away.
Dang.
This one, the bid is for 45.
So it's like you're put on a watch list until you guys find a card for them and you buy it for them.
Yeah, using their money. They've given us access to use their money.
That's crazy.
So let's take a look at these three, because they're the ones that are kind of new and maybe have good deals. 21, 22, 45, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they're renting for. I happen to know that they're part of the new Chaos Legion one. So here's the three of them. So what are they renting out for? 4 DEC a day? 4 cents a day. Mm-hmm. 4 cents a day for 365 days is, what is it, $12? It's got to be more than that, right? It's actually 4.4 cents a day, just so you know.
4.4?
Actually, it's more than that. Let's say it's 4.6, because DEC is worth more than 1 penny. It's just barely above 1 penny. 4.6 to 365 is $16.80. Huh. And so if you were able to rent it consistently every day for this amount, you would get $16. How much did it cost to buy a gin, Bilchka? It cost $21. $22.50, sorry. So that's not bad. And then you still own a $22 thing. Yeah. And you got $16. And he's worth 500 airdrop points.
So say I start renting my
Remember how you need 1,000 collection power to get up to bronze 2?
Yeah.
Well, you just need him and one other guy like him. And then you could eat the bronze 2.
So say you start renting your own cards. Can you use your own cards?
Like, yeah, you can use your own cards. Okay. Or you can just rent from someone else.
It's like being rented, your card, you can't use it?
Yes, you can't use it if it's being rented to someone else.
Okay.
And you can't use it if you're trying to rent it, if you just list it. Now, this price right here, technically, is a price that no one has accepted yet. Okay. And that's another issue with the data right now, is the game has not told us the information about what is actually being rented, which really sucks.
Yeah.
So you don't know what it's actually being rented for.
So you can't really do research and see which one's the best cards.
And some people maybe are renting it for 6, and then someone else came in for 4, and they're like, oh, whatever, I'm just at 6. Who cares? Okay. So maybe it's better than 4, or maybe it's worse. But you know what we do have the ability to see?
Bid. Outstanding
bids. And someone is willing to rent it at 3.2. So let's do the math on that. 3.4 times 365, so 12, say 1250. Yeah. So that's like, in technical terms, if you want to know APR, that's 50% APR. More than that, 60%. So it's a decent investment. Plus, you got 500 airdrop points. Plus, they're giving you DEC. So you're earning the airdrop points while renting it out. So you're going to get the 3 airdrop points, 3 DEC, which is 3 airdrop points a day. By the end of a year, that's another, 9,000 airdrop points or something like that. Is that what that is? No, 900 airdrop points. Sorry. Math is hard. 1,000. Anyways, so it's nice. Playing the game can help you be a better renter. So I'm specifically thinking of my sister who's like, my sister-in-law wants to do like renting. So this is a really good way of helping her understand. She's like, I like that idea of renting. Because if all the token prices go down, the card prices probably don't go down as much,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Now this gin, look at this bad boy. So people are willing, like, are renting for 14, and they're bidding on it for 16.
Oh,
So we just have a delay in there. Some people bid up to 40. Some people were bidding 20. I wish we could see more of this. It's just things that we have to update. We've got work to do personally. But look at that. If you had a 15 bid every day, let's do the math on that. 15. Actually, let's figure out what it's actually worth. Over here, it's worth a little bit more than 1 cent. So do 15 times 1.1. 16.5. Okay, now 16.5 times 365. It's $60.22 is what you could earn at the end of the year. How much does he cost?
wasn't it like $20?
He was 47.
47.
So you'd get 60 at the end of the year. But just so you know, prices go up and down. So it's not a guarantee. It could go up, it could go down nonstop. So that's a fun thing with rentals. But you could get this guy, and he's still just going to be 500 airdrop points. So you're going to lose out on your other stuff. But you could also, use Splinterlands, use your whatever, and get those credits and then buy this or whatever. So that's kind of all that's there. But now you have a few extra cards. So now that when you play
Battle.
You're going to have a couple other, maybe
Better cards.
a little advantage against the people that never did anything. So this guy maybe is brand new. He's only played one game. He has 10 collection power, 0 ranking. Okay. We may do all right against him. Should we do our same old strategy?
Yeah.
Or try a different color?
Same thing.
Okay. So we put this guy. Whoa. This is the guy we rented right here, the sea monster. He has 8 health, and he heals himself each round, and he has a 4 attack. Look at, does anyone else even have a close to a 4 attack?
Nah.
This guy's a 3. And he's got okay. So now we've done that, and now let's go do these magic ones. I think we learned our lesson to not put the really weak ones in the second position.
Yeah.
And now we have 4 more to spend. Let's put in the healer guy again. And then I think we have a 1 mana card. You know what we can do? We can put this guy here. And so if they try to snipe, they'll hit the albatross first.
Smart.
All right. So you can move around the order. Now everyone focuses at attacks the first person unless they have an ability like sneak or snipe or opportunity, which goes after the weakest person on your team. But not a lot of these like novice level people have like even cards right now. They're all playing with the starter deck until you get into the higher levels. It looks like this guy, and you can't attack from second position. So this guy's not doing anything. So this guy doesn't know how to play the game. That's fine. It's like his second game ever. So it is what it is, right? So literally, and this guy can attack this guy has an ability that he can attack from the second position. But he's not in the second position. So literally, this game isn't even worth watching. You won. By a landslide. I don't know if any of your guys... Oh, this guy's going to die because he's going to snipe this guy right here. Boom. He's dead. And then... Two. And... we need to make it go faster. He's dead. So this guy stayed alive by 1 round. Oh. Boom. Oh, 2 of your guys died. So sad. But he's healing himself each time. You see that, right? And then the summoner has a -1 ability. That's why he has 3 instead of 4. And you won. You won nothing until you get to bronze 2. Okay? Actually, that's not true. You are going to... Well, you still didn't win. If you do an Earth quest, the green, and you get 5 of these, you'll get 1 random opening, probably another
Okay.
potion or something. Who knows what it ends up being? Or a credit, I don't know, to buy a card. I don't know. You don't really get much until you get to the higher levels. But the other, I think, other big thing is these cards are level 1 cards. What does it mean to be level 2? Well, in legendary terms, 1 card combined with each other, so no cards combined because it's just 1, is level 1. If you combine 3 of these together, remember the $45 a piece,
Yeah.
then you get to level 2 and you get this 1 more health and this extra ability. And if you go to level 3 with 6 cards, then you'll get this. But you can't play them until you get to a higher leagues anyways. So for a while, just kind of level 1 cards and stuff like that. It's not always this expensive. He just happens to be pretty expensive. But there's, plenty of common cards. So once you get to like 1 more win, and then you'll be able to play in the Bronze League. And you'll be able to play with level 3 commons, level 2 rares, level 2 epics, and level 1 legendaries. So you don't have to worry about upping those ones. But a lot of people will just play with level 1 cards anyways and see if they can still win with that 1 less ability or 1 less attack or something like that. And just smarter things, or they'll go out and rent those cards. All right. Any questions?
How do you put your cards onto rent when you get to that point?
Okay, let's do that. So you've got a couple of cards. Let's go to my cards because we just bought you a few.
Yeah.
Didn't we buy you?
Yeah, we bought 2.
Oh, it never did buy them.
Oof.
I guess they got purchased out
before
you, or I didn't do the transaction correctly.
Yeah, I didn't because we still have.
Yeah, we still have the same amount of DEC up here. Okay, so we're going to grab this guy. And we're not going to get this one because everyone's going to go after that one. We'll go for this one, right? Or let's go for this one as well. Let's go for both of them. So 96 DEC. All right. The order is being placed. Now let's go back to my cards. Actually, let's just open another screen. How about that? And it still doesn't work. Or if we refresh it. It's pretty annoying that these are all getting purchased out from underneath you, and we don't tell you that. Sad.
It means there's
That's
a lot of people.
Yeah, there's
How many people are playing daily? Do you know?
Oh, yep, we do. Let's go to Explorer. Let's go to the dashboard, and it will have some stats. So there's 4.2 million transactions a day. There are 7.6 million games being played a day. So these transactions are like buying a card, selling a card, renting a card, claiming your SBS, all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the number of accounts is what you asked. 377,000 yesterday, but with a high of some days of 500,000. So that's a lot of people going after cards in the market. Super annoying that those didn't work. If you want to know, you can go to My Explorer and see what happened. Why didn't it work for you? Purchase and go to details. It says the specified market items are no longer available. The specified market items are no longer available. Rented cards, success. What was the previous one that we did? Oh, that reclaimed these rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's annoying. I didn't realize how annoying it is right now. So this makes the bids even better.
Yeah.
So you can go in and say, I want to bid on this card. The highest bid is 182 and save some money because we were about to buy him at 19, right?
Yeah.
So just put a bid in. Hit bid. And then you have to give us authority to buy in your for you when we see a card available using your money. So now we'll hit bid. I think we have to actually refresh the page now that we did that. The bids just become way more important nowadays because of how much action is happening. So we're going to just beat that one by a tiny bit. 0.182. Okay? So 1/10 of a cent. We're beating it by, or no, yeah, 1/10 of a cent. All right, and then actually, let's get you 5 of them, okay? Because that's how you get to level 2, is by combining 5 commons.
Okay.
So in the end, it's going to cost you like $1, and then you'll have one extra one pretty cool card. And I don't know if it's actually good to rent out. I don't know. It's not like that legendary that we know is a good deal.
Yeah.
Actually, you should probably consider getting one of those, because using that card, you'll win most every game you play.
Honestly.
And then if you're not playing, you can rent them out and get
money.
15, 16 cents a day. Not a lot, but
better than nothing.
It's a lot considering what you spent on it.
Yeah.
But let's go back to this. Anyone like your mom or dad or whatever, all they really have to do is they have this dark energy crystals. Make sure that I assume they do. I feel maybe they didn't send it to them. They just need to hit the claim button. If they want the easy adventure, just stake it.
Mm-hmm.
Come back in every week, every 4 days. Technically, every 3 to 4 days is good. Every week is kind of like you're leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
But it's not a ton of money, so whatever. And if they want the bigger adventure, then you know how to do that. It's a couple more steps.
Yeah.
And if they want the biggest, then they
full send it.
Then they, grab some cards and do this and do that. And I have several relatives, I guess they're your relatives too, that have done it, times $5,000.
So what's the land plots?
The land, you heard about that?
Yeah.
Or we saw that somewhere?
No, well, my dad said you were talking about renting the land in cards.
Oh,
so what's the land?
Yes. They did a pre-sale for land last year. They haven't finished building it.
Okay.
They've got like a map and everything. There's going to be 150,000 plots of land, and it all sold out.
Sheesh.
In like January. And people are buying them. Actually, if you are in, like I bought some for like 10 or something like dollars a plot. And right now they're not individualized land, so you don't know what your land looks like. Is it a swamp? Is it a forest? Is it this or that? Right now it's just a token. And eventually you'll open it, and some of them will be more rare, and some of them will go way up in price. Some of them will go down a little bit. But you can go and see how much those plots of land, those 150,000 plots of land, what was the last one sold for? Oh, go back up. Come on. The last plot of land was sold for 731.
Good news.
What is going to happen on land is you can rent it out.
So,
and also it's going to like you're going to put cards on it, either cards you own or cards you rent. You can put them on the land to work the land, to harvest resources. And the resources you'll be able to use in the game in the update that comes out next year.
So like harvest, like, let's just say
potions
wood
or
stuff,
wood,
and it
or
gets
whatever.
you points, like dark magic coins.
You'll be able to use it in the game.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll be worth airdrop points. That's a good question.
Because that'd be kind of cool. Like, say you magically got it like a mine.
Yeah.
And if they found
gold or whatever.
Yeah.
And you had to put the gold together with this and that. It's like a separate kind of game of like crafting and like Farmville-ish sort of thing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Or Minecraft. Yeah. And now you have something that is producing for you. A thing that you can therefore then go and sell to someone.
And then when it does launch, and it's like, say you got a farm on it, you can sell it for more.
Or it has something pretty crappy on it, and you sell it for less.
Yeah, Shrek and a donkey.
Yeah.
In the swamp. Okay.
Yeah. So
I get that now.
it could, like, some people think it's going to go way up. I
How
don't
much
know.
land do you own?
600.
600.
Yeah. But I ain't selling at these prices. It's way too low.
Yeah.
I'll wait till they go up to 3,000 a piece or something. I don't know. I'm actually surprised. I thought it was at 500. I didn't know that people were at 700 right now for it.
Well, it does look like stocks, how it goes up and down
Yep.
every day.
Yep. Like it was.
So is
down.
land being traded every single day?
Yeah. Let's see how much. If you click on volume, 20 that day, 45 that day, 12. Yes, or today essentially because they use UTC time.
Yeah.
16, and then in the last like, or is this today? I don't know. I guess today hasn't too many sold. That day, 88 were being sold. But this isn't the only place that people sell them. They also sell them on another blockchain.
Yeah.
But only 150,000. They're not doing any more.
So you gotta buy it while it's cheap and just keep buying it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But the thing is, they haven't even developed that aspect of the game. So you're kind of the risk is higher. But risk also means higher potential for reward.
I mean, like, if you really want to, just buy like one or two and just sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And if it does.
And you never have to open them. You never have to like claim them to see what it was.
Really? So you can just resell it as a mystery card.
Yes. Well, see, what I've done is I have a bunch of packs as well. Okay. The very, very first packs were $2. And if you bought them in bulk, you get them from like $1.60.
Okay.
Now they're moved up to $4. But the very first one was called Alpha.
And you never opened them?
And I opened a lot of them, and then I didn't open 200 of these.
So, okay.
And I sold one the other day for 540, and apparently that was a really bad move because one of them just got sold for 700.
It's crazy.
And I opened it. I opened another one the other day for like a YouTube video, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's going to open an alpha pack, right?" And it had like $100 of cards in there. Wah wah. So sad. So it was kind of like, but the mystery, right? I could have had a $50,000 card in there. Because Alpha literally has really expensive cards in there. Alpha, like all these commons that I got for 3 cents a piece for $11, $7, $6.
Goodness.
How about the legendaries? $400, $500. So you get one legendary and you pay for your pack pretty easily. Now, 2,200 isn't really the price because look, the last time someone bought it is 300. So there's just not a lot of.
And they already got bids on it too.
Yeah, there's a bid for 300 on this, 200, 300, 500. And the gold versions, there's bids for 2,500. And people are like, nope, like not selling these.
Craziest card you've ever seen. Like, what's like
the highest? Like probably one of the best, most rare card is a promo card that they did for a moment, and a legendary, of course. And I think, well, this Prince Julian, they didn't do many of them, but he's not really that good of a card. Mm-hmm. It's this Archmage Arius. Come on, internet, why aren't you loading? So it's okay. It's the gold version of this card. So this card only came out as a fully maxed card. There is no level 1. Mm-hmm. So to buy him is $30,000. The last time he was bought was 800 times 11, so $8,000 was the last time he was purchased.
Holy.
I think, or just the bid. Actually, we don't know what the last time he was purchased because it doesn't happen too often. And sometimes when it happens off chain. Someone is just like negotiating with someone. Mm-hmm.
Do you think this will be bigger than Pokemon?
No, Pokemon's got a lot of years and a lot of fans.
True. Like these card values are already like pretty high.
This guy, there's not even one for sale, but if you click on him, there was only 3 of them ever made.
Sheesh, imagine owning all 3 of those.
So, like this guy's cool. I have this one as a level 3, so it means I have 2 of him combined.
So you're telling me you have $50,000?
No, this is just what this guy right here wants for his card.
Oh,
He's not going to get it. Obviously, no one has given him 50,000.
jeez.
I could easily get 5,000 off of the card because there's 2 of them and there's a bid at 2,500. So
Like,
there's a bid for 4. You know, like, yeah, it would be easy. I would never sell it at 5,000 because I don't know. You just estimate. You have no idea because there's not a lot of action on these low. There's 40
high cards.
There were 75 of these made. These high cards, I don't know, probably 15,000 maybe for the combined level 2 or level 3 card.
Yeah, so all the higher ones don't really have much action because they're so expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the new cards, the new additions here that have a lot of action. So maybe they have action though in renting and stuff like that. So
Maybe, I don't know.
let's see what he rents out for.
I bet you it's like $4 a day.
Someone is wanting 4,000. That's $40 a day, $46 a day to rent this card.
Holy.
Oh, that's me. I should change my price on that.
But have you had someone rent that though?
Yes, I have.
What?
Yes. So, and
there's only 2 of you renting this card.
Well, and he's got a level 2 card. I've got a level 3 card. But there's other people, but we don't have the data from that. So renting right now is a little bit bothersome because we don't have good data. And the game creators, we hope that they find some time soon to do that, but they're slammed with things. Yeah, I should change it. Obviously, no one's renting it for $46 a day. But even still, it's a 16% APR. Even if I was able to rent it for $46 a day, it's not as good of a deal as getting one of those Oceanus blue cards that we're talking about. That's $46. That's a better deal.
Really?
It's like 130% APR. This is only 16. But I didn't buy it for $10,000. I got it for like a couple $100.
Probably $40 like the other cards.
Yeah. No, it was probably a couple $100. But that's not bad for a $15,000 card.
It's crazy. It's dumb.
But you're not going to have that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because that was like 3 years later. But maybe the stuff that's happening right, like with this pre-sale of packs, maybe in 3 years,
It'll be that much.
It's not going to be like as huge of a jump, but maybe it's like a 10x or something like that.
It's crazy.
Not a 50, 60x. Anyways, so yeah, we're rambling on. We can definitely, yeah, I guess if you have any other question, this has actually been really good. I'm going to totally share this on my YouTube.
Yeah, you're showing me how to rent the cards again.
Oh.
We never bought a card because they kept buying them out.
Oh, did we ever? I wonder if we got them now. Oh, yeah, you got all 5 of your cards.
Sick.
Okay, so we're going to actually go to grid mode where there's a... well, and also just look at... These are all the cards, but you don't own some of these, so you can't rent them out.
Okay.
Let's just click on owned, yes. Oh, we own 1 card. Let's go to view card, and let's combine them to a level 2.
Okay.
And when you combine it, you get 1 more speed. So you could select them all, or you could just hit this level 2 thing, and then you do a blockchain transaction that combines them. You can't uncombine them.
Okay.
But that's all right. It's a, like
higher level.
A $1 card or something like that now. So, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to rent this one out. I don't know what the action is on it right now.
No, I'm just wondering like when you get to that point, how do you do it?
Yeah. Okay. Don't forget up top here, you have 3 different ways to view it. It is being really slow internet on me. Anyways, it's done. So now you have a level 2 card that has 5 cards combined.
Mm-hmm.
It's 25 collection power. So you now have 25 more airdrop points each day.
Sweet.
Well, no, because you spent 67 to get it. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we don't know what you because we bid on it. So we don't know what it was. Let's take a look. Let's refresh this. What did you... 18 cents. 18 cents on each of them. But we were about to buy them for 19 cents.
I know.
So we saved you 5 cents. All right, so where were we? On this screen? Nope. On this screen? Nope. On this screen? Yes. All right, select the card, and then you go up to the top right, and you hit rent.
Okay.
And then you have data. Okay, so level 2 cards, the cheapest one on the market is 0.15. So you could say, I want to do 0.149, and then you would be the first one rented out. Look at your APR is pretty high too. And there are no bids right now on them per se. And technically, someone is bidding for just straight up collection power at 70. So that's another thing to think. But if you click on the load button, it'll just automatically price it for you. Ooh, at 1.75? What does that mean? Actually, take this rate right here. This is what you want to do. Take this rate, 70, and just beat it by a tiny bit. Oh, sorry. You have to put it over here. See how it's CPDEC?
Yeah.
Beat this rate by a tiny bit. 0.35. That's what you should rent it out for.
Okay.
And we're going to make it easier. Kind of have to know what's going on. What's going on is these are already gone, most likely. Yeah. And this is old data. No one's renting it for it, but everyone's renting for collection power because they want to get to bronze level 2 or whatever, you know? So they're saying, I'm willing to pay this rate. 70, I want 70 C collection power for every DEC you spend. Well, you're like, okay, I've got 25 collection power. How about I price it at 0.35? And then the rate is 71. So you're getting more collection power than you even wanted. And you just have to trust that these are not out of date. And I think this comes from us. So I think that they're more in date. Right. But I think there is like a half a minute, like out of date sort of thing. So we're putting it onto the market. And then we can immediately go check to see if it got rented because we're in charge of, like, someone has wanted that, right? So we're going to go and open up another tab because I just opened lots of new tabs instead of go to things. What if we need to come back to this? It's already going to be open. All right. And nope, it didn't get rented. So something's off with our system. I'll make my the developer watch this video and see the experience for a new user. So a lot of things we can't really trust right now because of how many people are using it, including our own bid system, which is too bad. But now you know, like, maybe I should have gone to beat the other listed cards or whatever. So we could go to the rental. And let's look at renting them. Level 1s. Or no, it's level 2, right?
Yeah.
Level 2, 1.18. But that should have worked, the other thing. Anyways, you should rent it out at 0.18. We can go change the price, I guess. Or maybe it got rented since we've been talking. You never know. Or you just wait for them to come in and rent it.
Like you with your $46 a day one.
Well, let's refresh this one. Yeah, I should go in and change that. I should find someone to change them for me. So let's refresh the page. You have it listed for 0.35. Let's change the price. Let's stop renting. And then change the price, or like list it again. And let's beat that price at 0.1. That's silly. I don't know why. That doesn't make sense to me. This is 0.19, and it can't go down to 0.1. That's ridiculous. So I'll let the developer know. 0.1. Oh, 0.19. Let's just beat them. Oh, why is the one? I put a 1 there. Anyways, Let's hit confirm. Now I hope it gets rented real fast.
Is it usually that fast?
Yeah, this blockchain is like Bitcoin's like 15 minutes. Ethereum's like, I can't remember. Is it like a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes?
That's crazy.
Hive is 3 seconds.
Holy.
So let's go to rental history. And there it is. Got rented.
Oh.
So now you'll get, you're spending 0.9 a day, but you're only going to get it for 1 day. And this is probably going to be ongoing because they're probably using our auto rental. So it's just going to, they're using the auto rental. So who's to say that this doesn't just continue
you just get
forever?
Stuck on it?
Yeah.
Like
you could stop it.
Well, like some people would forget about it and just keep renting it.
Maybe, yeah. Then again, you may want to change that price. It may go up, someday.
Yeah.
So
Like
point one, they may look at you like, oh, I hope he never remembers to change this price.
Yeah. And then they forget and you keep upping the price.
Yeah. No. If you change the price, it's done.
Oh.
It's done between the two of you. Someone else will have a chance.
Oh, gotcha.
Or they'll come back and find you and get it from you. So there is airdrops, there is buying, and there's a lot of discussion on rentals, and we played a couple of games, so at least you know how it kind of works.
Heck yeah. I hoped a lot.
I hope so, because now you have to go teach all your siblings.
Yeah, we did this for an hour and a half.
Hour and 20 minutes. All my videos are long. Well, this is the best one I have so far. So if you have any other good questions, let me know, because people, I think, will be very happy with this video. This is a good introduction video.
Well,
that became more like mid-level advanced as we went on, but it started off intro.
Yeah. Do you have like a Roblox?
No.
Like where you have like a community and you know what that is?
No.
So it's like they usually use it for stocks or video games.
Uh-huh.
There's a leader of a group, and
Uh-huh.
you go in and say, "Hey, everyone, get this card," or "Let's get this stock."
Oh, really?
And you can communicate as a community with each other.
Oh, I didn't know that what Roblox was that.
I think that's what it is.
Huh. I keep on hearing about it, but I've never looked into it.
Like, you remember that GameStop thing?
Mm-hmm.
This big follower on Roblox or Roblox, whatever it's called.
I thought he was a Reddit guy.
Oh, maybe
Wall
it is
Street
Reddit.
Bets.
Yeah, probably it is Reddit. Never mind. Reddit.
Yeah.
But like, just told his community to go buy it, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Well, they can do that here, but there's like 350 cards. And good luck going through them all and figuring out the best prices and stuff. And, there has been a couple of the YouTubers that have said, hey, I really believe in this particular card. And it went up a lot the next day. So. But we have a whole new change of things because there's a new edition with 12 million cards coming out. That's more cards that have ever existed on Splinterlands.
Good.
With 15 million cards. Because the first edition was, 15 million packs. 5 cards in each. The first edition was 300,000 packs. The next one was like 600,000 packs. And then the next one was 1.5 million packs. And there was a couple other ones that had like a couple 100,000 packs in between them. And then reward cards, when you win a game, you can maybe open a chest and it may have pack or cards in there. I don't know how many packs that's worth. Probably a few million packs worth of those.
So like the next drop, they say, is coming in December?
Well, it's already started, but they're super expensive for the first one unless you can get the 50 packs. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Or the 1,000 packs, it's even more worth it. Or the 10,000 packs. Mm-hmm. But those ones are like $23 a pack.
Okay.
Right now is what they're costing, basically.
Sense.
And the next month, they'll be like, like $7, $8 or something. And then the next month, for that one day that they're available, before they all sell out instantaneously. Because I know people that are like, I'll buy 10,000 packs. They're $4 a piece.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like jump in and grab 40,000 packs. Maybe open some of them. Maybe keep some of them unopened like I did. So I'll just kind of let people know, hopefully, or you can let them know, or just like, hey, that day is approaching and you can be able to, like, it's going to launch at this exact moment. They haven't like announce the details if it's going to be an exact time, but you just jump in real fast.
All right.
Or get them during this next month for a little bit higher price, I suppose. So, actually, they're called Chaos Legion, and you can actually buy them without any of the perks. So the perks are really good, so that's why no one's buying them without the perks. Chaos, the name of this token, and they're selling for $9 without any of the perks. That's expensive when you know that in a month or a little over a month you're going to be able to buy in for $4.
Sheesh.
So $9 isn't worth it. That's probably why there's very little volume. Let's see what the volume is. Holy cow! Why is there so much volume? I don't get it. Maybe they know something I don't. Anyways, there you go. That's the story. Hope this was fun
Was
for you and everyone else watching.
signing off.
Signing off.